Good morning, beautiful people of the internet. Welcome to another video. I'm Melissa. If you don't know me, I have a online plant shop and I also do social media full-time. So today's video vlog, I want to take you through the process of more of like behind the scenes, and then I'll also take you through one of the packing days and pack some orders with you. I have a pretty full schedule today and I'm kind of stressing over this list right now. This is mostly what I want to get done today, and some of this will bleed over until tomorrow, but my restock is tomorrow. Today is Thursday. So I want to take you behind the scenes of what it's like prepping for a restock and everything that I have to do. I didn't film yesterday, but yesterday was a bulk of the dirty work is what I call it. I was in here watering, pulling some more plants and cleaning in here, and I'm working around ladybugs. You guys, I released the leftover ladybugs in my shop room and I underestimated how many ladybugs were actually left over because the amount of ladybugs in this room right now is actually insane. I will be taking the plant photos today with the ladybugs on the plants, but I will remove them by the time I go to pack and ship the plants to you. There's not a ton of ladybugs on the plants that I'm selling, but ladybugs are bugs and they're going to explore and go everywhere. So my restock is on Friday. Tomorrow I don't have a set time because I need a little wiggle room, because on weeks like this week where I feel like I have so much to do, a couple extra hours here and there really matters when I'm trying to get all the listings done. And I'm someone who sells exact plants, so I think I counted 54 plants for this week's restock, which is a lot. So I have to label them all yet, get all their photos taken today, and then work on the listings. So it's a lot to do all the individual listings because usually I have 4 to 5, 6 photos per plant. So I have to do the photos, write the listings, the price, and yeah, it's a lot. But I did get everything watered in here and organized. I'll go through and show you all the bins. It's so like clean in here. So on my list here for the shop, I kind of quickly checked my email today already. I do have one order that I need to pack today. I think someone ordered a couple bags of pond, so I'll pack that later this afternoon once I get the photos done and go drop that off at UPS. But since I didn't have anything urgent to get to this morning, I'm not going to worry about that right now. So yeah, next up will be labeling, taking the photos, and then working on the listings. I'll probably do the listings a bit later tonight, and then I'll probably honestly do most of the listings tomorrow. And then whenever I get the listings done, I'll do the email newsletter. I also have to update inventory. I got some new pots in, like a restock, and then my husband made the remaining bit of pond that was out in the garage, so I have to figure out how many bags he made and then update inventory on that. So I'll do that tomorrow. But if I can make at least one bin of plants tonight, I don't know, honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna get to it. The plants will I'll probably be making those tomorrow. So that's for the shop, everything that I have to do today. You can see social media. I have a lot of social media stuff on my list. And then I also have some plant care to do as well. So plant care, Thursdays are my plant watering day for my anthuriums and Hoyas, which are out in the dining room. So because I'm doing shop stuff first, I don't like to cross-contaminate. So if I'm doing shop stuff, like messing with the plants in here, I usually do that first in my day, and then I'll go and do other plant care that I have to do. So this will be later today. It shouldn't take me more than an hour to water my anthuriums and Hoyas because I recently released the beneficials and I watered in nematodes last time. So I'm going to quickly add some fertilizer water. I don't have to clean shells. I don't have to wipe leaves. I do a quick glance just to like a pest check and make sure there's nothing new popping up, because I feel like when you're running a shop and you have a ton of plants, pest is like a constant thing. Like, pests don't care if it's 9 p.m. on a Sunday. If there's a pest issue that pops up, like, you have to take care of it because you can't risk any contamination, any spread. It's like you have to drop everything and deal with that. And that's why I love predatory bugs, because they're working behind the scenes. So I can somewhat relax a little bit if there is an issue. Out there in the dining room is a mealy prone window, so I have to watch out for that over there. And then I had some spider mites popping up in my plant room a couple weeks ago, but I haven't seen any new pop up on the Michelitziana, so it's just something that I have to keep in mind. that if I go in there, I don't want to risk potentially spider mites landing on me and bringing them in here. So I'm very strict and I have to follow certain protocols to keep this shop room pest free. I want to take about 30 minutes and respond to comments and maybe some DMs on Instagram. I posted a YouTube video yesterday and I only had a chance to respond yesterday morning, so I haven't gone back to respond to any more comments. So I at least want to spend like 15-30 minutes and respond. And I also need to do the voiceover on my IKEA video. I went to IKEA and got my shelves. I filmed some footage in the store and I didn't like talk in the store, so I need to film the voiceover for that today. I also need to film the intro of a new video that I'm starting. I'm doing a tissue culture setup and I'm going to take you on the growth journey of that plant over a few months, which I'm really excited for. I got the tissue culture in the mail yesterday, so I really need to get it out of the box and set up. So that shouldn't take maybe like an hour to film the intro. And then obviously I'm filming this video here because I want to start the shop vlog. So this will run through Sunday. Not every day is as busy as today, but when I have a restock, there is a lot to do and a lot to get done. If I don't stay on schedule, I fall behind, and that can't happen because I have certain things that need to get done on certain days. And if I slack off, then it puts the whole system out of whack, I feel like, and there's more to do the following week. So I really do have to stay on top of things and get things done. It's a ladybug. Hi, Chai. Hi, buddies. He hears me talking in here. So let me give you a little overview of the room. I'll give you a glance at all the shop plants. And what I'm going to do is move all the shop plants onto the table here. I'll wipe it off one more time because the cats haven't been in here, but sometimes they jump on the table. It's the packing table over here. So give it a good clean, and then I'll label all the plants and, like I said, do their photos. And I need to go get my cell phone. I hope it's charged because taking plant photos with my phone drains the battery. I hope you enjoy the video and thank you for coming along with me. And thank you so much for being a part of this shop and me being able to do what I love and growing all these plants, and to have your support truly means so much. So thank you for that. And I'm just truly grateful to be able to do this. So let's go ahead and get started here, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. So these are all the plants for the Restock Friday, and I don't know if you can see all the ladybugs crawling around. There's so many ladybugs. I'm glad that they're hunting and they're exploring, but I don't want to send, obviously I don't want to send anyone home with ladybugs. It's going to be fun at peeling all the ladybugs off for packing day. It's probably going to take me longer, but yeah, I have, I think, 54 plants here. I have a lot of Hoya. I think I have 5 linearis, and I have Polynura. The new plant or variety that I haven't sold, I have some Jasminka, and then I have a Mitra silver here. I'll give you a better view of them once I get them to the table because it's hard to really see with the grow lights. I have some alocasia. I think I have maybe 8 or so alocasia, and then I have some philodendron. I don't really have any monstera. I think I just have 1 monstera. And yeah, I have more Hoya and a couple Anthurium down here. So yeah, there is a lot of plants. So you guys know I grow in these tote bins here, and I have, this is Hoya, and I have some new Hoya bins that I've started. 3 are new. So that one, and then I have one down here that's new. So those were set up within the last couple of weeks. So they haven't really started growing yet. And then the ones that are more full, that have been growing for a while. So I usually pick through the bins and pluck plants out for the restock. And then I have the alocasia over here. And then what I'm really behind in is my wet stick propagations. You can see all the plants are so grown. So I need to work on that. That is my goal, to get all those out and potted up. I have some empty spots, like I have one there. I have an empty spot there. I have an empty spot there. So I don't like seeing empty spots, so I need to get them taken out and potted up so I can continually make new plants. So since I'm listing 54 plants, I need to keep in mind that I need to make that many more plants so that I can keep a constant flow of inventory. Since I grow everything out myself through propagation, it does take a while, so I can't get behind on that or I'll run out of plants to sell. These are all my pink princess that I chopped my big pink princess back. And she's pretty highly variegated, and so the new growth coming in, you can see, has a lot of pink. I'm selling, I think, 4 of them. Yeah, I put 4 for the restock. I'm gonna go ahead and start selling them. I feel like they've grown enough that, oh, ladybug, that I can go ahead and list them. Look at the half moon on that one. And then I have a couple more back there. I'm getting low on alocasia. What I really need to do is corm dig on my mother plants. I haven't done that in a bit. I have a tray here that's growing, and then I can pluck a couple out here, but I need to make probably another tray or 2 of alocasia because I am getting a bit low. And then I have some other plants up top, which I am going to be chopping some of those monsteras, and then I have a couple other plants I'm probably going to chop back. I'm going to do monsteras probably, if not next week, then the week after, because most of my monstera mother plants are in my plant room. I do want to film that process, so I think I will do these when I go to do the other ones. This part of the room I want to redo. This is just a hot mess. I have stuff thrown everywhere. It's not really that organized. I'm not really utilizing this cart, so I want to do something with this and reorganize this little area a bit better, but this is my photo box. So what I'm going to do is get this table wiped down and get all the plants put on there, start labeling, and then we'll go ahead and take the photos. Labeling is a bit of a process. I label the plant pot, and then I print another label and do like a plant stake. So I include 2 labels. I like having the plant labeled for the person that gets the plant, and then I like including a label, especially for packing day, so I can tape the label to the outside of the plant, because when I'm packing multiple plant orders and stuff, I don't want to get any confused. So this is more so for me, but also the customer gets an extra plant tag. So this is the extra labels. I try to print extra of ones that I normally sell a lot, but my goal for next year is to have, in my head, I'm envisioning like a box, and each roll I'm going to mass print, like, for example, Hoya linearis. I feel like that's a plant I'm always going to be propagating and selling. So I want to print like 1 roll of just Hoya linearis and put it in a little box that's organized from like A to Z plant names. So when I need labels for Hoya linearis, I can just open my little box, find Hoya linearis, and there's the labels, and I don't have to keep printing so many every week. But sometimes when there's a new plant that I'm selling, like if it's a new plant that I purchased to grow as a mother plant, and I'm propagating it for the first time, I don't have any labels made up, so I have to print the labels. This works through an app on my phone, so I use my phone to set it up, and then it prints out of here. I do run through the labels pretty quickly, but I'll go through here and figure out what plants I already have labels for and lay them out on the table, and then I'll print the new labels that I need. Putting gloves on. Okay. Oh, ladybugs. I usually put the labels in this little container for the restock, like the plant tags. I'll put them in here once they're made up. I just placed my huge box order. It should last hopefully through like February of next year. That was an expensive purchase. I cried a little inside. I bulk order my boxes through Uline, so I was getting low on a lot of sizes. I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and place the bulk order because I got their flyer in the mail and they were offering free shipping, which I normally spend. It normally costs me $200 to get that order shipped, which is very expensive. But I only had to pay $45 for like a processing fee for shipping. So at least I saved $150 on shipping. So I need to, but I ordered a bunch of other supplies that I needed, but I need to order more labels. Or not labels, but stakes. Actually, I need both. I need like the acrylic stakes as well. And I'm gonna write plant tags so that I know what I mean. So yeah, I'll start a running list here of some other, while I'm doing inventory later. All right, let's see what names I have already. Pretty much know from pulling these, like, oh yes, I need that one. All right, good news is I don't have to print a lot out. I have a lot that's already printed. So that's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and start labeling, and then I'll probably just print the new ones as I go, as I label them. And then I'll probably do a tray at a time. Usually I'll do one tray, put them out here, label them, take their photos, and then put it back. That way I don't have like 50 plants on the table and knock them down. My camera is already wanting to overheat because it's so warm in here. So I was letting it cool, and then my label maker died, so now it's charging. So we'll go ahead and get started with what we can. There's so many ladybugs. It is crazy. I hate like disturbing them, but I gotta get the photos taken. Normally I can fit the Hoyas on one tray, but I have so many Hoyas today. It is crazy. So many. All right, let's get this started. Oh geez, this one messed up. Darn it. One of the new ones. Sometimes my label maker only prints half of the label, and it drives me crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So this one's trash. And then I have my number sheet that I put a number to a corresponding plant. They go up to 100, so I try to start with the old sheet first, and then I start with like the 50 to 100 numbers, and then go back to 1 to 50 so that I have a different number on each plant. So for example, I have 5 Hoya linearis. So I want to make sure there's a different number on each Hoya linearis so that I can differentiate them, so that since I do exact plants, I don't want to give anyone the wrong plant, so I have to make sure the numbers line up. I may end up doing grower's choice for the linearis, because minus this one, because they all look the same. I'll go through and see how many cuttings, like how many growth points each one has, but that'll save a little time if I can do grower's choice for the linearis, because yeah, when you do individual listings like exact plants, it just takes longer because you have to do all new photos every week, which I don't mind. I like doing the photos and doing the listings. It's just very time consuming. I'm just grabbing a label and picking the ones that correspond to the label. And I watered all these yesterday, and I only cleaned leaves with water, like if there was any residue on the plants because of the ladybugs. I normally use Pure Crop, but I'm holding off this week because I don't want to harm the ladybugs that are in here. So yeah, plant name and a sticker, and then we do the label. And the label goes in there. And sometimes at this point in the stage when I do the photos. Sometimes I don't always have a stake in with the plant, so I usually add a stake if it needs it. And I'll just, you know, examine the plant. If one of the leaves are dirty with like soils or water stains or something, then I'll clean them. But I'll just make sure that they look nice for their photos and set them aside. And that's all I really do. Sometimes I add like fresh soil on top, but if it needs it, like if there's a lot of algae. But lately I haven't been doing that because it's an extra step I'm trying to cut out. Ooh, this one's pretty. I love Wilbur Graves. Hoya carnosa Wilbur Graves. It's one of my favorite Hoyas. I usually need like a little container to throw all the papers, because with the fan circulating in here, they fall onto the floor if I leave them up here usually. So this is just water because there's a little water spot on that. Okay. That one's good. And so these are the new pots I mentioned in the last vlog. I'm getting rid of all the clear ones because I like these a lot better because of the algae buildup. So this is the last, anything that's in the clear is like the last batch. I have been potting plants into here, so if there's any plants still in the tiny cups, I don't think I have any here, but I have some more that are still growing. So anything that's in a tiny cup, I'm like upsizing to the, I think these are, is this a 2.5 or a 3 inch? I think this is a 3 inch and this is a 2.5, but honestly they look the same. But I really like the opaque ones. I haven't sold one of these in a while. This is Flamingo Dream. It has really pretty pink leaves. Hi ladybugs. I need the Hoyas. Okay, Polynura. I love Polynura. It's literally my favorite. So I have regular Polynura. I have 2 of the Jasminka, which I haven't sold yet. I thought I only put 2. I guess I have 3 of the outer variegated. I love the outer too. It's hard to choose. I love the outer and the inner. I love them all. It's one of my favorite varieties of Hoya. Just so easygoing. They root so easily. They grow so well. I just am such a fan of that plant. Why is there so many ladybugs huddled together right here? What are you guys doing? They're like just chilling, just having a party. So I will remove those before packing. They're just exploring the plants, you know, just making sure that they're good, you know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish labeling this tray and then I'll start taking some of the photos. I was just laughing because there's a ladybug on my camera right now. This is a new one I haven't sold yet. I'm so excited for this one. This is Hoya Myrata silver. You guys, I'm really bad at pronunciation and I have to like hear it in order to learn it. Like if I see it, sometimes that helps, but sometimes it doesn't because I'm like, I need to hear how someone says it. But I haven't sold one of these yet. My plant is so pretty. It's so purple and the silver is just stunning on this Hoya. Like look at those leaves. And here is her new growth right there coming in. And the backside is so pretty. Such a gorgeous, stunning Hoya. If you love big leaves and you still love like that silvery touch, you're gonna love this one. Okay. So that's the first group all labeled. And here's all the linearis. These four are pretty much the same lengthwise. I feel like they have about the same amount of cutting. So I'll probably go ahead and take their photos separately. And honestly, I might just go ahead and post them separately because they all, I don't know, they all look the same. But I feel like people like picking the exact plant. At least I do, so you know exactly what you're getting. The only one that's a little different is the one in the white pot because it has one strand that's super long here. I love linearis. And yeah, I have 3 Polyneura outers. This one is really pretty because it has the half moon leaf here and it has an all white one here. So pretty. I'm trying to be super careful not to squish any ladybugs. All right, picture taking time. Sometimes if I can't get a good angle, I'll like tilt the pot up with something. Or sometimes I'll like lift the nursery pot out so you guys can't really see. So that's more of like at an angle so you can see the leaves better. I really like this light box, but sometimes I feel like the lighting is still off with it. Yeah, tilting it made a huge difference. And a lot of times I'll take an acrylic stake and move the plant leaf up so that you don't see my actual fingers. Not that it really makes a difference, but I like doing this so you can actually see the backside. Or like if I really want to take a photo from like a certain leaf, I can use that to hold it up. Oh, she is so pretty. I know. What do you want, Loon? Mommy is working. Oh, that one's really pretty. I love the coloring that one's doing. That's the hardest part when you grow so many plants. It's like sometimes you just get so attached to certain ones. All right, I just finished all the photos, so that's nice and organized, and I feel like I can sigh a little bit of relief once the photos are done, but then thinking like I have to do all the listings, but I can like sit down and work on that later, like into tonight and tomorrow. So it's just like getting the photos and everything taken. And some of the big plants I can't take in my photo box, so I don't really have a spot with a blank wall besides behind the door, but it's not good lighting, so I hate the way some of those photos turn out. But the lighting box too, I feel like it makes the plant leaves look more yellow or washed out than like natural lighting. So I do like the light box, but then again, I don't. So I'm still using it for now because I do like it, but the big plants, it's really hard to capture in there because the higher leaves, like the bigger leaves, get too close to the light. And yeah, so maybe eventually I'll improve my photo game. But I am getting ready to pack this order. Luna took my seat right there. Should be super quick. So this is going to Brooke in California. So Brooke, if you're watching this, thank you so much for ordering the pond. It is Thursday, so I'll get it. It'll go out on the truck tonight, so you'll probably get it sometime next week. California ground shipping usually takes like 5 or 6 days, business days. All right, so 2 will fit into this box. That is loud. I need to refill this with water. I think it got sticky enough, maybe. I'm still not used to packing with this tape. Because I think I got this last month, so it's still pretty new. I don't always use the pretty tissue paper for just substrates, but sometimes I do because it makes it look nice. Just reminded me I need to update the photo for the aeroid mix because I use white bags now instead of the brown craft bags. So I think that's the only one that is still showing brown. Okay. Oh shoot, I just remembered I need to order more polyfill. Oh, there's a ladybug on my pen. I think I'm down to my last bag and I don't want to run it out. I'll write that down, polyfill. I was like out of pretty much everything all at once. I'm gonna need more shop stickers as well. Just writing this down as like I think of things. Because yeah, I had to place the box order, and then my label or my shop card is different now. I think I have like 5 or 6 left of the old ones. So I redid it so it looks a little bit different since I had to order more. I think this is like my 3rd design. I mean, it's roughly still the same, but it's a little bit thicker paper, and then I did a border on this one and changed the font a little bit. All right, and a couple stickers here. Okay, so we got our order packing slip, shop card, and some stickers, and a little Monstera clip. I usually write the order number on the outside of the box, but I know which one this is because there's only 2 orders in the queue right now. The plant order that someone bought today, but that one's not going out until Monday. Okay. I'm like trying to brace myself for winter shipping coming up. Heat pack season and insulation. It's going to take so much longer to pack over winter. I'll probably slow down a little bit. Probably like, I think December and January, and maybe the first 2 weeks into Feb are like the coldest months. So I'll still be selling all throughout winter season, but I probably won't do as many plants. And that way I can kind of prep for spring, and once spring gets here and the weather gets a little bit better, then I'll be able to do like 50 plants of restock, hopefully. And then I just have to weigh the box. I'm guessing it's going to be just under 7 pounds. 6 pounds and 12 ounces. Miss Luna, child. I just have to print my shipping label. I don't think this person's ordered from me. I don't recognize the name, but it's hard to say. I thought I'd be finished up a little early. It is 2:07, but that's okay. I'll get this dropped off and then eat a little snack, and then I'll probably get started hopefully by like 3 something on my social media stuff, the other filming that I need to do, and then watering. And then hopefully, probably after dinner, I'll sit down and work on the listings. I don't think I'm going to do any potting up today, any of the bins, because yeah, that's going to wear me out. I think I overestimated how much I could get done today. But I'll have another like busy day tomorrow. I'm getting so annoyed with these like random emails I keep getting. It's like phishing scams, and then they like act like they're support from my website provider. Like, I obviously know it's a phishing scam because if you look at the email, it's like at Gmail. I also get like these random, I'm getting them like almost multiple times a day. It's like these people, they want to offer like, oh, we'll give you X amount of dollars to grow your business and all kinds of stuff. It's like, stop emailing me. I keep blocking every single one that I get. Box size 12, 10, 4. Weight, I'm just going to put it in as 7 pounds. I don't need extra insurance because we are under $100. So if you buy a more expensive plant, I do insure the package. So UPS does a baseline insurance of like $100 with ground shipping and above. So if you order if your order is more than $100, I pay for the extra insurance. It's usually $1 extra per $100. So if you buy like, say a $500 plant, then I'm usually paying like an extra $5 or $6 on your shipping just to insure it, just in case an order gets lost, then I can file a claim for that. Orders don't get lost that often. I don't even know. So I've been selling plants, is it coming up on 2 years now? Or maybe 1.5 years. I think I've had maybe 1 order. Or no, it was super late, but we ended up finding it. But yeah, it doesn't happen, knock on wood, it doesn't happen very often that orders get lost or anything. But still, like if it's late on them, I've had several orders be extremely late because of UPS or whatever logistics stuff on their end. I mean, extremely late, like 10+ days, like 10 to 13 days before, but UPS is usually pretty good in my experience. I feel like lately, I feel like there's been a little bit more of a delay by like a business day or so, I've noticed, but they're much better than USPS in my experience. So this is going to California. I charge $15 for shipping over 2 pounds. And so ground shipping, they are charging me $15.70, and plus the delivery area of this person is not in there. So I had to pay extra for their delivery area of $3.25. So I'm paying, so basically they paid $15 in shipping the customer, but I'm paying $18.95 for shipping because shipping to California is very expensive. I just like triple check the address and everything if they haven't ordered from me before. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna buy the label. And and then I will add the tracking number so they will get an email automatically that it's been shipped. And that's it, and I can go drop it off. All right, so with our list, so email, I checked it again. I didn't see any new email. Just my shop email. My Gmail account gets so much spam, so I'm going to cross email off. Honestly, I probably won't check it again today. I did the labels. We did the photos. We packed our one order. The make plans, I'm going to move this to Friday. I at least want to make a couple bins. Probably tomorrow evening. So we haven't done any social media stuff yet besides filming this video. Oh, I forgot for the shop. I need to email. I can probably email her tomorrow when I do the listings. Email the customer who bought the alocasia. I'll let her know I repotted it and the oldest leaf died, and I'll send her some updated photos. Yeah, I'll update. So I'll pop back on. So yeah, this is pretty much all the shop stuff that I'm going to do today. So I'll come back on tomorrow before the restock. I don't know what time yet. It depends on how long the listings take to do. And then I have to go through and update the inventory on the substrates and pots. And I also have to do my newsletter. So I'm going to go ahead and get this dropped off, and then I will see you back here tomorrow. Hello, it is the next day. It is Friday evening. I have my computer right here. I have been working on listings. It's actually heading towards 5 o'clock. It is 4:40 right now. I just finished the listings like right at 4 o'clock, and I am so tired. Yesterday when I finished up, with the photos and everything, I took a little break and then I watered the anthuriums and Hoyas. We ate dinner. And then last night, I think I did like 15 of I have 53 plants. So I did 15 listings, and I'm like, you know what? I just can't stay up anymore. I'm tired. And I think I went to bed at like close to midnight. And so I set my alarm for 6:30 this morning. I got up, I started on the listings at like right before 8 o'clock, and it's taken me all day. Now, granted, I did take an hour to do some other computer work. I had to update some stuff with my site. So that took a little bit. And then I like walked for like 30 minutes because when you're sitting down at the computer all day, like you need a break. So yeah, it is later in the day. I was just finishing or working on my email newsletter and finishing that up and all of that. And then I'm getting ready to make the plants live here. It's definitely later than normal for my restock. Normally I'm restocking between like 2 and 4 something. So I had a feeling though when I woke up, I'm like, you know what? When I started doing the listings, I'm like, it's gonna take me all day. I sell exact plants, so I don't use like the same photo. I do all new photos for each plant every time I restock. So 50 plus plants in all those photos. It was a lot. And then some of the plants I haven't sold yet, so I was trying to figure out the best pricing, and that took me a little bit to do some market research and figure out what I wanted to price them at. So that took a little extra time as well. So yeah, I'm gonna make my plants live here in the next little bit. And then honestly, I'm just tired. I want to go to bed. But instead of doing like more plant care today, because I cannot sit at this computer anymore, like I cannot even look at a screen for the rest of the night, I think what I'm going to do is clean. I was going to clean this weekend, but honestly, I'm in the mood to clean. I just need to move my body. And so the bathrooms need cleaned. I need to vacuum, mop, probably throw some laundry on. You know the drill. So I think I'd rather do that tonight and have a clean house before the weekend tomorrow. And tomorrow I will most likely not film any tomorrow and then come back on with you Sunday. I want to make at least a couple propagation bins so that I feel better about that. I don't like having empty bins. And then I will start some of the packing process and take you through what my Sunday is normally like. I'll probably end the video at that point, but maybe I can pop back on Monday after packing and just give you like a little update on how long it took and all of that. But yeah, Monday's going to be a busy day. I don't know how many of these plants will sell before then, but if they mostly sell, that's roughly like 50 plant orders to pack up. It's a lot. It's a lot for sure. So I am I am bracing for a busy Sunday and Monday. I'm gonna have to start early on Sunday, or earlier than I normally do, because it's gonna take me a bit to check everyone's weather and get organized and just back in the packing mind frame because I didn't have a restock last week. So instead of filming tomorrow, I'm going to make tomorrow a editing day. I didn't get back on the computer to do the voiceover or any editing last night because of the listings. And so I don't feel like doing any editing tonight. I wanted to get that video done today so I could post it tomorrow, but I think what I'll do is finish it tomorrow morning. I'll edit and then hopefully still post it tomorrow. It'll just be later in the day. And then I have to water my plant room tomorrow. That's gonna need a few hours in there. I'll probably pop on the computer later tonight once and just check to see what sold. Sometimes I get back to people right away after the restock, but honestly, I might just wait until this weekend to get back to people if anybody has any order questions. So yeah, I think I will call it here, but I will be back on Sunday with you sometime, and we'll do the propagations and start packing some orders. Good afternoon. I feel like it's a little hot to take a sip yet. I just made one shot of espresso because I already had one earlier, but I'm feeling I need a little more caffeine. It is Sunday. I took this morning to kind of just chill for a little bit. My husband's on his way home. He'll be here probably in a couple more hours. He went to go see his dad this weekend, and he'll probably come in and help me later pack some orders. But I feel like I need to get a head start today because I have a lot to pack up. I need to print my orders. I'm going to do that and do my normal routine. It usually takes me like an hour or so to print off the orders. I organize them. I organize them by substrate orders alone, and then I do a separate category of plants. Then I'll go through and write like a thank you on all the orders. And then I also check everyone's weather. So it does take quite a bit of time, but I feel like I want to go ahead and get that done and knocked out. I do have some emails to respond back to, and I hope to start packing by like no later than 2:33 after I get done with the printing the orders and everything and checking weather. I'm actually going to jump back on with you and we'll pot up a couple plants. I think I want to fill 2 propagation bins, so that should take hopefully an hour after I get done with this, and then I'll feel better about potting some plants up because I feel like I didn't get to do that yet and I really wanted to do that. I think I pretty much did everything that I wanted to do for this weekend. I did finish the YouTube video and get that posted yesterday. I haven't had a chance to jump back on there and reply to more comments, so I'll probably do that maybe a bit later this evening. I'll probably pack honestly until 9 o'clock tonight. I'd like to have no more than like 20 to 25 orders going into Monday. So I don't know how many orders I have. I was getting ready to pull that up, but if I have at least 40, then I need to knock out about half of those this evening. So I try to, on Sundays, I try to pack just the substrate orders. Some weeks I have more than others. Some weeks I only have like a couple substrate orders. I'll get those. Usually my husband packs those because those are really easy to pack. He doesn't have to worry about plants. And I'll usually pack the easy plant orders on Sunday. So that's usually a single plant order or a smaller plant like a Hoya, because those are really easy to pack and I can knock those out. It's when you start packing the bigger plants that you have to protect a lot more. It takes a lot longer. It's taken me an hour to pack one order before, like a bigger plant order. And sometimes I think about the plant too, like if it's a little bit more sensitive or if it's more prone to like edema, like allocation stuff, I try to pack those on Monday just to, it's one less day in a box. So I try to think about that when I'm packing as well, but I try to just go down the line. Or if I have a really big order, I had my biggest plant order the other week. Somebody ordered 12 items. A few substrates were on there, but they had ordered 7 plants. So I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for your large order. It was a lot to pack up, so I saved that for Monday. It took me a bit to get everything packed and in the box. So if there is a big order, I do those last because it saves time. I feel like knocking out the easier ones first. Yeah, I was doing a little browsing this morning for my Hoya cabinets. I'm trying to figure out the lighting situation above the cabinets, what I want to do there. I feel like I have a good idea, something I found that I think will work. And I'm still undecided about the shelves that I want to get for inside the cabinets as well. I'm probably going to get the acrylic shelving units. I have one for my other Rudsta. For my Mills bow, I have something in my eye. I think it's eyelash. My Mills bow in my plant room is just the wire shelving, but I do want to redo the Mills bow at some point too. I feel like I want to reconfigure that. Let's see, pulling up my orders. Not all the plants sold. I think when I last checked, I think I still had less than 10 plants on there, but I'll have to see. All right, we have, as of this morning, we have 39 orders, which is just insane to me. So 39 is quite a bit. I would like to knock that number in half. So yeah, I would like to pack probably at least 20 orders tonight. That way I'll feel better going in tomorrow because Monday is a pretty full packing day. Granted, my husband does help me. He doesn't pack the plants, he just packs the box portion because he has a regular full-time job too. So he only helps me on Mondays when it's like my main packing day, and he'll come in and pack like the non-substrate orders on Sundays. And then he also hand makes the pond for me. So all the pond bags that you guys order, he makes those now. I make the aeroid mix still because it's a little bit harder to make and it's more ingredients. So I do that, but he packs the pond, which saves a lot of time. So yeah, 39 orders. So I'll get these all printed here. What the heck? Is that a goose? I heard a goose. Those Canadian geese, we don't really see them anymore, especially this late in the season. I'm gonna print all these. I have my little label thing right there, so they're gonna print out there. Print. There they go. So I'll let those all print out. I'll usually I'll put sticky notes on orders that I need to do something with. So I also go through and see which ones are multiples. So if it's the same person and they ordered multiple orders, I do my best to combine them into one box. So I put a little sticky note to like combine them and refund the extra shipping charge. And sometimes I make notes too, like if they upgraded their shipping like next day, I like to make sure when I hand it to the UPS worker that it's next day so they can separate it from the other boxes. It's still so crazy to me when I do a restock that I have all these orders. I'm so grateful for all the support and for those of you that trust in me and buy from me. Honestly, it really does mean so much to me. And sometimes when I'm having like a stressed day or there's a lot going on, sometimes I just have to think about like, I really am just so lucky to be here and to be able to do this. I was just coughing. But yeah, it truly means so much to me. So thank you so much for all of your orders. I don't know if I've packed a lot in here since we put the shop room in here. So I'll pack some orders with you and just so you can see me pack in here and kind of that process. And I'll probably pop on tomorrow after packing day because I know tomorrow's going to be crazy, but I'll pop on and give you a little update on how tomorrow went. I feel a little bit of relief. Sometimes when I have a lot of orders and a lot to pack, I get a little stressed on Sundays because I'm like, okay, I have a lot. Like looking at all the plants that I have to bundle up and pack up safely, I'm like, okay, I get a little stressed going into Monday. And once I get the orders dropped off, I feel like relief. It's like instant relief. I'm like, okay, everyone's packed, everyone is good, everyone is on their way. Hopefully all the plants make it on time. Nobody's late, anything like that. But yeah, I'm excited though. I love packing plants and everything. Alrighty, so I'll see you back here in a little bit and we'll pot up some plants before we start packing. She has come to join us. I have a little towel for her. She hasn't been able to come in here because I've kept the door shut because of the ladybugs. I've been not wanting them to come in here. Yeah. She's in her lovey mood. Bless you, bless you. What was that? Bless you. Yeah. We're gonna do some potting. Yeah, we're gonna do some potting, girlfriend. I'm just getting set up here. I have a couple bins I'm going to pluck plants out from to make a couple propagation bins. Yeah, hopefully you can see okay. I'll probably do a little bit on here, and like I said, I'm only gonna pot up for like an hour and then I'm gonna get busy on packing. For how big this table is, I still feel like there's never enough room when there is a kitty cat involved. No, you're not gonna come lay on my potting mat. No, I have a towel for you, Looney. I have a towel for you. Yeah, I have a towel right here for you. Yes. What are you doing? You rubbing your chinny chin? You're so crazy. I have everything I need off here to the side. I have my nursery pots, my prop mix, and I have some fertilizer water off screen here too. I think right now I have 6 of these bins that are filled with plants. Most of these are from my moss poles when I chop them. And I have a lot of phylos in here that need to come out. And it's just sphagnum moss in here, so they're not really getting any nutrients. I have added a little bit of nutrient water because I feel like the plants now are pushing up on the lid, which is making the lid not seal, so it's drying out pretty quickly. I feel like most of the plants need to come out of these, and then I have a couple bins I need to go through. I have so much. It's probably gonna take me a couple days to get all these potted up, but I'm gonna work on it here and there. As long as I can fill my bins up. I have 5 available right now, and then as I pick plants, you know, for each week, I free up a bin and then I immediately fill it. I just can't pot up too much at once because I just don't have the space. There you go, on the towel. Come on. Here, nope. He's so crazy. I'm gonna work with this one first. Okay, I'm excited. I have some, ooh, let me show you this big chunk. I'm so excited for this. There's ladybugs everywhere. Holy moly, look at this chunk. Holy heck. So this is my SP Columbia that I had on, I had it in pon and I had chopped it all the way. It was like another big El Choco I had in my plant room. I decided to downsize this plant, so look at this chunk. Like, this is insane. Look at that. That's the chunk from my pole, and this is the new growth that has come out of that node. It is a huge leaf. Okay, I moved you a little closer. Luna got down, thank goodness. She's like driving me crazy. I love her, but sometimes when she's up here when I'm trying to do plant care, I'm like, Luna, there's no room for you. So yeah, absolutely insane. I gotta keep my eye on the time. I have 50 minutes. I am stopping in 50 minutes. So whatever I can do in that amount of time. Oh shoot, I have to pot this with the chunk, because that's where all the roots are. I don't have a choice. Normally it roots off the main plant, but it's only rooted from the chunk. Holy moly, I just can't get over this. It's just insane to me. Okay, that's the root system. Right, insane. So yeah, this is gonna have to get potted with the chunk, unfortunately. I have 3 sizes of the white pot, so this is the largest of the 3. I like my potting mix on the right side because I'm right-handed. I'm gonna move this over here, and we'll move this right here. Absolutely crazy to me. He's so cute potted though. What a cutie. And I'm gonna go ahead and water. I have another little bin that I'm going to water over because I like to get these back in high humidity. I don't like to leave them out because after like 20-30 minutes they start to wilt because humidity, oh my gosh, it was only like 34% humidity in my plant room last night when I was watering. I immediately, when I walked in there, I could just feel the dry air. Yeah, it sucks. Low humidity sucks sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna let him drain a second and then I'll put him in one of these bins. Uh-oh, there's a ladybug friend stuck in here. Hey little fella. Here, let's dump you out over here. All right, who is next? Oh, there's another one getting ready to open. Oh, this one's getting big. So here's another one with a massive leaf. I'm gonna have to leave this chunk on too, darn. I just try to get most of the moss off. I just think it's crazy that philodendrons grow into massive plants and they have one of the thinnest root systems, I swear. It doesn't make any sense to me. I remember talking about that before. Like it's something I was amazed by the roots of philodendron, how they're so small and thin, but yet they grow into these massive plants. Okay, another 4-inch. Okay, I just made a mess with soil. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna stick this one on in the bin on the floor beside me. I feel like the leaf on this one is stuck. It should unfurl though, once it gets some moisture here. Okay, who is next? Who is next? In this little bin. That is that one. I usually just pluck out the ones that are growing, that are getting too tall, and then I'll like redo the bin, fluff the moss. Sometimes, yeah, some of these are rotted in here. I'll pull like the rotted ones out and like refreshen it, if that makes sense. Any of the remaining wet sticks that haven't sprouted. This Florida ghost is talking to me. Oh, he doesn't really have, he has one little root though. I'm gonna go ahead and pot him up. Little Florida ghost wet stick chunk. I'm gonna have to leave that chunk on. And we'll do a 3-inch. Actually, I think this is 2.5 inch. Is it 2.5 inch? It doesn't say. Ladybug! Don't fly at me. He's a fast little thing. Gosh, I think she's coming back. You coming back? Yeah. There's another little Florida ghost in here with one little root. He's cute though, that one. I love Florida ghost. I chopped my mother plant back to the base pretty much, so she hasn't really regrown yet. And then these are all the propagation chunks here that I think a lot of the leaves I ended up chopping away. Oh, I love the minty tone to Florida ghost. What a little cutie. Okay, who is in here? Oh wait, is this an SP Columbia? Oh, I think it is. Oh, that's a tiny wet stick. Look how tiny that one is, that little node. Okay, I can break this little wet stick free. Twist that right off. And I'm gonna use a 3.5 because I know this plant's gonna get big instead of potting it. I should pot it in the tiny one, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the bigger, or the 3.5 versus the 4-inch. Oh, this one's exciting. Oh, it hasn't rooted yet. So the plant's getting all of its like nutrients and stuff from the chonk. So this is a Monstera constellation chonk. That's the first little leaf, but it has no roots. And there's actually a second node here that might activate right there. Auxiliary bud. Oh, that's so funny. I'm gonna leave him though, just because he doesn't have any roots yet. How cute. I actually have a couple Monstera that already sprouted with their little leaves somewhere. It's in one of the bins. I'm letting them grow a bit. And we have several Campo Sportulanums. It's funny because I feel like I've downsized this plant a long time ago, but I still have random wet sticks that end up just sprouting. I think I have like 5 or 6 Campo Sportulanums right here. I thought for sure I would sell the last one. I'm like, okay, I can finally like downsize this plant. And then like, no, I have more nodes that end up growing. Oh, you know what? I think I know what happened. I was growing one out and it got super leggy. It got super tall. And so I decided to chop it all the way back, and that's what this is. I see what I did. I remember now. So once all these grow here, I think hopefully this will be the last of them. Not that I don't like this plant. I feel like it grows pretty easily. It's just, I guess it'd be nice to downsize it officially, you know? I have so many of them here. I'm only going to pull these bigger ones. The moss is super wet. That's probably why some of the nodes rotted. I only had like a few that rotted, I think because it was just staying too moist. The lid was off and so it was completely dry, and I think I just oversaturated it, which is fine. All right, that's all from this one that I am going to be able to take out. I'll have to clean this up a different day, but I just wanted to actually get the lid to sit on this better again. So that one's done. And I have lots of Campo Sportulanum. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can pot up. Okay, these are all going to go in a small one. This one actually looks like Philodendron Splendid, which is weird because I haven't had any Philodendron Splendid props. Maybe just a random wet stick that ended up growing. I have no idea. It's definitely not Campus Sportuatum. It is Philodendron Splendid. So interesting. Oh, little leaf fell off. Okay, we'll let those drain and get put in our bin. And my battery is about to go. So I think what I'm gonna do is finish up with this, this one here. I have about 20 more minutes to finish up. So I think I'll take some big ones. I think mostly what's in here is Philodendron Sorderoy. I think I have a few Glorious and maybe Majestic, but, oh, and I have an Adansonii right here, but most of these are Sorderoy. So I'm gonna pick some of these guys out and do the same thing. And I'll come back on and show you the prop bin. And yeah, we'll get started on packing. I'll get this area cleaned up a bit, and yeah, we'll be packing until like 9 o'clock. I'll probably take an hour dinner break though. Hello, I am popping back on. I have the table all cleaned off here and all the packing, shipping supplies, and I'm ready to get started packing some orders. I'm probably gonna pack for an hour and then take a dinner break and then come back on and pack a few more hours this evening. So I'll keep you updated on how the evening goes. But this side here is usually, you can't really see my husband's side, so he'll stand here and do the box portion. So I have the scale, tissue paper, I have like the shop cards, labels, tape, you name it, that's his side. And then my side, I have water, cleaner, I'll inspect the plants, take off the ladybugs, start packing, and then I have that closet, I have insulation, I brought that out, and then the polyfill is under the table. And because we just got our huge box order in, most of the boxes are out in the garage, but we do store a little bit in there. We just can't store a lot because there's not a lot of room, and then we have paper and everything else in there, and tape. There goes a ladybug. And the propagation bin, I only was able to do one propagation bin because of the time, but that is okay. At least I got some done. Some is better than none. So those are under the grow light, and we'll get started on growing. Okay, first up is Hoya linearis, and there's one ladybug friend that we'll have to remove. He's right there. But we had 5 linearis on the site this week, so they all roughly look the same like this. So I'm gonna go ahead, this was just a single order, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this wrapped up, because like I said, the single orders, I kind of prefer. They're a little bit more easy. Then it just takes less time packing a single plant versus a lot of plants. Come here, little ladybug, we're gonna move you. I have to account for an hour of removing ladybugs. There he goes. I did quickly moisten the substrate this morning. I did that kind of in my own time as well. Usually by Sunday, so I prep the plants Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I usually do a good water, usually Tuesday or Wednesday. And so by Sunday, most of the plants, they're pretty thirsty again. So Sunday mornings, sometimes I do it on Saturday, it really depends. But I'll go through and moisten everything so that they're not like freshly watered before shipping, but I don't like overdo it. I just moisten them so that they're not like completely dry. This one is going to Texas, so, oh no, wait. There is one going to Texas. This one's going to California. And this one I won't have to insulate. I kind of like the transition of summer into fall because a lot of the orders I don't really have to insulate right now. Like September is a really good shipping month, but it's going to start getting cold and then I'll have to start using the heat packs here soon. All right, and because I'm not insulating this one, I'll go ahead and put my stickers on the cardboard versus the insulation. I just printed off the new Plants by Melissa shop stickers because I was almost out. And then the label goes on the back. So that's going to go right up there. Okay, this one has 2 plants, another linearis. This one's going to Texas. So this one I will have to insulate because it's in the 90s there. So that, and they ordered a Polynura outer variegated. Okay, I have this linearis here. Make sure there's no ladybugs. And the outer variegated Polynura is number 66. Ooh, this one was my favorite, I think. I love the variegation on this one. I love like the white margin. So I'll make sure to protect the new leaves very well so they don't get damaged in shipping. And it's pretty well rooted. So they ordered this one and the linearis. So that's this person's order. Oh, this one has a peduncle. Do you see the peduncle right up top there? Do you see it? Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that when I took the photo. Oh, cool. I look a bit disheveled, don't I? We are calling it quits. What? We're calling it quits. Yes, for tonight. I just have to print all the shipping labels for those. I have those on the floor, a couple here and a couple on my desk. So the grow lights go off in here in 30 minutes. So I have 30 minutes to print these shipping labels. And yeah, there's still a lot to pack up. Those are all the plants that are still left. So yeah, I think tomorrow I'm gonna get up at like 5:30. I normally get up at 6:30, but the last couple of packing days I've been getting up at 5:30, and I feel like that extra hour really helps. I think last Monday we were able to finish by like 2:30. So I will be back on here sometime tomorrow. Good morning. It is a little after 8 o'clock. I have been up since 5:30 and the grow lights just came on, so I just wanted to pop on real quick and yeah, just start the day, I guess. I've already packed a few orders here. My husband's gonna come in a little bit and help me. I was looking at all the plants and I'm like, I still have a lot to pack, but it's okay because I have all day. As long as I get done by like 3 o'clock. That gives me like an hour to get them dropped off and everything, but I would like to be there by like 2 something, so I'll see how long it takes today. There's ladybugs everywhere. When I first came in here, the lights were out, so I didn't really see any, but now that the lights are on and stuff, they're starting to come out. They're like, it is daytime. Luna will usually come join me on Monday. She usually sits right here on the table. I have a little towel for her, and she'll just like lay there on the table while we're packing. She was in the chair over there. She likes sitting in the chair too. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get back to it here. I'm not going to film any today just because it's going to be kind of chaotic just packing, and we might turn the TV on. We'll see. Lately, we've been trying to watch movies in the background. It's kind of towards our back, so we can't really watch it that well. We watched all the Jurassic Park series. I think we actually have one left. And then we started actually Harry Potter last Monday. We watched the first movie. So I actually think we started the second one, The Chamber of Secrets, I think. So we might have to finish that today and start the third or fourth one. We just wanted something on in the background because sometimes when it's so quiet in here, it's just kind of like, it's very quiet. So yeah, we might do that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get to it here, but I'll pop in at some point and kind of update you and we'll get finished up here. Do I look sleepy? I feel very tired. I want to take a nap so bad right now. It is, I think it's a little after 1. 1:26, I think. So we're making good time. I have a stack of boxes here beside me that are the last to get their shipping labels printed. So that's all I have to do. We just finished packing the last plants. I had one more order this morning that came in. That was 2 plants. So before the deadline, so I was able to get those packed and they'll get shipped out today with the rest of them. And then I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 6 plants. No, 7. There's 7 plants that did not sell for the restock. So those are still on my site for sale currently. There's a few Hoya. There is a Monstera, an Alocasia, and a Philodendron. So I'll be caring for those this week. If any of those do happen to sell, then I'll be shipping those next Monday. My cutoff time for plant orders is like noon on Mondays, just because I'm busy packing the rest of the plant orders from the restock, and then Tuesdays and Wednesdays it starts my shop prep pretty much again, and then I have editing. I still ship non-plant items out, but as far as plants go, I don't like to ship beyond Tuesday because of potential delays. But thank you so much for your orders this week. I hope you love your plants. Hopefully this video goes up by like Wednesday at the latest, so there's a good portion of you that will be getting your plants on Wednesday, and then the rest should be getting yours Thursday and maybe Friday. So if you're watching this before you get your plant, I hope you love everything. Thank you so much for ordering and for your support. Every week when I organize the orders, I like recognize so many of your names, those of you that order for me all the time. And yeah, thank you to everyone who just supports me and trusts me and buys for me. I'm just so grateful to do this, so thank you. And yeah, I'll go ahead and get finished up here, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I will have another restock again, probably Thursday or Friday this week. I don't know for sure yet until tomorrow when I go through some plants. I will list it though at the top of my website whenever I have a definitive date. But until then, have a good rest of your day and I will talk to you soon.